Welcome to another episode on our channel. So you see an array of different figures here, and there's a reason for it. We still have the giveaway gift process to do at the end of this month, or a day after the end of this month happens, which is just around the corner. And the lucky winner will be able to pick one of several items on the table. So far, we have as complete packages 2 items from Hot Toys. One is MMS 563 Captain America Endgame, the 2012 version. The other Hot Toys item is Spider-Man MMS 604 Spider-Man No Way Home, the black gold version. And the last thing that's a prepackaged item is Medusa TB League, the silver version. And then I was able to look through my collection. I said, I can part with Ben Affleck from Justice League in his winter attire. The only thing I'll change here is probably throw some boots on him instead of shoes, and also change the gloved hands to real hands. Real hands, you know what I mean, ungloved hands. But what you see is what you'll get. He comes with brown pants, this wonderful parka, gray sweater, black shirt, and a scarf, a black scarf that goes around his neck. This wonderful head sculpt. I think it's made by SL Customs. I don't know what the SL stands for, but it was a brand never heard of. Got one item from it. The head sculpt is right on track, and you'll see that in the close-up. The other item that is on the table is this little tiny Ewok. So it's smaller than the Ewok that you can get through Hot Toys, or could have gotten through Hot Toys. I don't think it definitely is not available from Sideshow at this point in time. You have to get it off the secondary market. But this is a ceramic or a very hard resin that I just basically painted to look more like the Ewok from Hot Toys. So this is very much customized, and I think it turned out very nicely. I think if you put a little toy doll next to it, it'll look so cute. So if you're into Star Wars and you like Ewoks, this may be the way to go. Or Matt Murdock, Daredevil. Now, I'm still debating about this Daredevil. This is from the television series or the Netflix series, whatever it was, from 2015 to 2018 with Charlie Cox in it. What you see here is what you get, except for the stands for all these figures. So very much customized. It's a great outfit on. It seems to fit very nicely, and I think complements his look. We did have a winner from Mexico. We did send the item out. We know it got to her a couple days ago. It was a fortune to send, and we actually literally sent it to a border town in Texas because she wanted it to be sent there for safety reasons. I'm sure they have porch pirates like we do, and sometimes you just want to be extra cautionary about receiving things in the mail these days. It did cost a small fortune to send to Texas, even though it was a Mexico winner, because she felt safer about that. We are committed because we originally said we would have winners from Mexico, Canada, and the US. We will honor a commitment to send something to Canada at least once. And hopefully in due time, the economy will restabilize, postage will go down, but right now it's getting even more challenging to send things. So we'll keep this up as long as we can keep it up. But for now, there are 3 prepackaged items on the table. Like I said, Captain America, Spider-Man, and Medusa. We have the Ben Affleck Justice League character. I believe this was made by SL Customs. It's the only thing I've ever gotten from them, but this is an awesome head sculpt of Ben Affleck. And then we have Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, the civilian version, and we have an Ewok. And I'm still debating about the Daredevil that would kind of go hand in hand here. So we'll pause and get some close-ups from the bottom of the feet all the way up to the top of their heads, get them as close as we can so we can do it all at the same time, and then try to get some close-ups of the head sculpts. So we'll be right back. So here is the Ewok, which I've called Ewaka. Gave it a feminine name. Like I said, if you put a little dowel in its hands, in her hands, or a little heart, I think it'll look adorable next to this little tiny thing. So you'll see the shoes on Matt Murdock on the right, and the gray pants. You see the brown pants on Ben Affleck, the boots on Daredevil, and the black pants. You also see the covered hands on the Daredevil, the batons on his side in a case there, his head sculpt, that wonderful shirt, which is very form-fitting on him, and the head sculpt that is not removable. On Ben Affleck, you've got the brown pants, you've got the hands that I will change to non-gloved hands, the parka, the gray sweater, the shirt, the scarf, and the wonderful head sculpt. And of course, the gray outfit on Matt Murdock, portrayed by Charlie Cox. He's got, like I said, the gray outfit, necktie, white shirt, glasses, as well as a wonderful head sculpt on him, as well as a blind cane to use for navigation. We'll do separate close-ups of all four of these characters, even though I'm still debating on the Daredevil figure. We'll still do close-ups on all four. We'll be right back. So this is Ewaka, what I've called Ewaka. Smaller compared to a regular Hot Toys Ewok, but it does move. You can put it into standing position. You can move the arms as well. You just have to turn it the right way. I think it just looks cuter when it's sitting, but yeah. And it moves its head. I did, like I said, I had to paint it so it would look more like the other Ewoks in the Hot Toys series. So it turned out pretty good. So we'll pause now and get close-ups of the other head sculpts. We'll be right back. So this is just a down and dirty quick look at Ben Affleck in terms of Justice League Batman, the civilian head sculpt from SL Customs, I believe. It's a really, really great head sculpt from my perspective. So we'll pause now and look at the other two characters. Here is Matt Murdock, or Charlie Cox, from the Daredevil 2015 to 2018. He'll come with the glasses. This is the Daredevil head sculpt. I'm still debating about this one, but if he goes, he's going to go with the Matt Murdock figure as a duo. So there you go. We are back, and Charlie Cox, who portrayed Matt Murdock, is of English, British, Irish, and Scottish ancestry. His parents, I don't know anything about what his mother did, but his father was a publisher, and he's the fifth of 5 children. 1 full biological sibling and 3 half siblings from his father's first marriage, from what I understand. He is married to Samantha Thomas, who is a producer, and they have 2 children, a daughter and a son. So that's all I know about the family of origin and the current relationship. I do know he has a list of credits on the International Movie Database, but I don't recognize most of them, and that probably the core number of things that he's done originated in Britain. But the one series I did recognize, even though I've never seen the series, is Downton Abbey. It's a name that you've no doubt heard of. I've never watched any of it, but I understand it was very good. He played in the first season, I understand, a closeted gay, and he was the Duke of Crowborough. I think that's right. Yeah. So he is very much British. He was born in London and raised in East Sussex. He's the only non-American to ever portray the Daredevil. The things I do recognize in terms of his IMDb list of credits is the Daredevil from 2015 to 2018. Spider-Man No Way Home, he had a role in that one. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, he had a role in that one. And another series called The Daredevil more recently. So he's very accustomed to portraying the Daredevil and seems to be a good fit for that role. He didn't know that the Daredevil was blind until a day before the audition. So that threw him a bit. And when he actually got the role, he decided he would work with an optometrist to get some lenses that would match the color of his eyes, but virtually make him not see. So in a sense, he wasn't performing like he was blind. He was very much blind. Wearing the lenses got old very fast because between scene takes, he had to be escorted to a seat, and that got old after a while. He did say about the experience that it was very frustrating because no matter how you slice and dice it, whether you are literally wearing lenses that make you not able to see or whether you're pretending not to see, you're not making eye contact with characters. Usually not making direct eye contact because you don't know exactly where the eyes are, right? You know where the voice is coming from, but it's not a direct match. And he said from that perspective, it was hard to make emotional connections with people when you needed to, because a lot of what happens in acting is that there is some synergy that takes place between actors and actresses, and a lot of that has to do with eye contact, the feedback mechanism. So from that perspective, he was kind of performing handicapped in some respects. So my hat is off to him that he was able to pull it off. So anyway, here is Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock from the Daredevil. We are back, and here are the items that are on the table for the giveaway gift process in conjunction with the other three, the two Hot Toys figures and the TB Lee figure I mentioned earlier. So we do have Matt Murdock, portrayed by Charlie Cox. It will come as you see it here, other than the stand. So everything you see except for the stand. This is Ben Affleck, Batman, Justice League. He will come as seen, except I will put boots on him, and I will change the gloved hands for non-gloved hands. An Ewok from Star Wars. I call her Ewaka because she's more of a baby Ewok than a full-grown Ewok in proportion to Hot Toys Ewoks that have been for sale in the past. But she's a custom. This is a custom. This is produced by SL Customs, the only one I have. And this is the Daredevil. I'm still debating about this one. But if I do let him go, he'll go with Matt Murdock. I think that's only fair. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.